We're less than a week away from the big December 25th festivities, and while it's usually the time characterized by driving to all those get-togethers, we want to implore you to take extra care on the roadways. Hi, I'm Theodore Henry, and today on the pages of Jamaica Magazine, we have a Christmas road safety message from the Minister of Transport and Mining. We'll also be taking you on a culinary trail, plus so much more. Please stay with us.
Protect Jamaica, plant your grass. Help us become more resilient to climate change impacts. Protect Jamaica, plant a tree. It improves the island's national biodiversity. Trees may be fruit, ornamental, or timber, but must be native or suitable to the area's natural landscape. Join the Jamaica Million Tree Campaign and help to plant 1 million trees by June 30, 2019. This is a call to action by the National Environment and Planning Agency.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, December 19. Private and public sector entities are being urged to report justices of the peace whose names are seen too often witnessing documents. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck made the plea following reports of justices charging for their services, as well as verifying and recommending persons they do not know.
If we have to send private investigators or do sting operation on these justices of the peace, let us find them out and decommission them in short order. The Ministry of Justice is prepared that no justice of the peace should undermine the integrity of this office.
Minister Chuck was speaking on Monday at a commissioning ceremony for Justices of the Peace in St. Andrew. There will be no unfair advantages for manufacturers and distributors under the impending January 1 single-use plastic ban. That's the assurance given by Government Senator Matthew Samuda while addressing a recent Consumer Talk forum on the ban. It was hosted by the National Consumers League and the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA. Senator Samuda told the forum that the state would offer no tax incentives or concessions under the plastic ban.
This program will be implemented under what's called a ministerial order under the Trade Act of Jamaica. So there won't be unfair advantages to any group or business grouping in Jamaica, whether large or small. The materials won't be allowed for manufacture, for import, distribution, or use. What the Trade Act allows you to do is to enforce that with the business community, as opposed to running down a single human being, for instance, walking with a plastic bag.
The ban applies to single-use 24 by 24-inch plastic bags, plastic drinking straws, and food containers made from polystyrene. Senator Samuda says breaches of the ban could result in fines of up to $2 million or imprisonment for a maximum of 2 years, as outlined in Sections 11 and 13 of the Trade Act. The roadmap for the development of the National Health Insurance Scheme for Jamaica is now available. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says the roadmap is expected to guide the implementation of the scheme, which is being developed by the National Health Fund. It will take into account elements such as benefit packages, levels and sources of financing, legislative changes, provider network, and the requisite administrative and organizational structures.
The National Health Insurance Scheme is intended to enhance the quality of service in healthcare for Jamaicans who need it, and in particular those who need it and cannot afford to pay for it. It's all about universal access, which means that no one should be denied based on their ability to pay.
According to Minister Tufton, the National Health Insurance Scheme is critical to support universal access, as only 20% of Jamaicans have private insurance. He was speaking at the recent official opening of the Drug Serve Pharmacy at the Linstead Public Hospital in St. Catherine. In other news, the state, through the Ministry of Tourism, has contracted Dr. Peter Tarlow and Global Rescue to assist in crafting a new architecture for visitor safety on the island. Dr. Tarlow is an American scholar on tourism safety and Global Rescue, which is a crisis response entity. He will coalesce with local tourism destination assurance experts to design a program for tourism ethics. While that is being done, Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says a full-scale review is being carried out on the protocols and ethical arrangements within the industry. An island-wide security audit of all hotels and attractions is also being conducted as part of efforts to ramp up the island's Destination Assurance Program. That audit report will be available in the first quarter of 2019. And finally, the costing for the construction of the Welcome to Montego Bay sign has been found to be within market price. A few weeks ago, Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett had ordered a review of the costs associated with the sign following public discussion about the $17 million price tag. The costing review was conducted by Jamaica's leading quantity surveying firm, Davidson and Hannah, which gave the tourism product development company's bill of quantities a passing grade. It also outlined that when compared to market rates, the estimates for the wall cladding was low, and the estimate for lettering and signage was insufficient for the execution of the work. Mr. Bartlett has since instructed that the contingency of $3 million for the construction of the sign be reduced to no more than 10% of the total project's cost. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
On our roads, remember, take time, be courteous, drive good, walk good. Don't drink alcohol and drive. Don't drive tired or sleepy. Don't tailgate and don't overtake unless it is safe to do so. And always drive at a speed which will allow you time to stop quickly and safely. Let's keep it safe on our roads.
As we reflect on the real significance of the Christmas season with the hope of a prosperous new year, the Minister of Transport and Mining shares his road safety message for the season.
I wish for you and yours a very, very, Merry Christmas. Christmas time. Greetings time. Watch it.
My fellow Jamaicans, as the Christmas season comes into full swing, it seems everyone is in a hurry trying to wrap up their shopping and enjoy the festive season. But as you're dashing around town, it is important to keep road safety at the top of your mind. I want every Jamaican to begin to understand the road safety message. To the bike rider, don't ride and die. Wear your helmets at all times. Passengers, urge drivers to slow down. Pedestrians, be alert, be aware. Don't be distracted by your phone. Driving requires complete focus. So we must ensure that when you are driving, it is not under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Please slow down. Wear your seat belts. Watch out for emergency vehicles. Pull off the road if you feel tired. If you have children, install a child seat. And parents, do not allow your children to stand between the seats in the car or put their head, hands, or feet outside of a moving vehicle. So far, 352 persons have died on our roads. That's not good. It is projected that another 20 will die by the end of the year. Let's unite to prove the projections wrong. The government cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. It requires a national effort. I therefore commend the various taxi associations and civic groups for the road safety initiatives that they have launched and urge the participation of all of us as Jamaicans. It is the season for family, good cheer, and happiness. So while we enjoy the true meaning of Christmas, let us be courteous and be our brothers and sisters' keeper on the roads. I wish for you and your family a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
I wish for you and yours a very, very, Merry Christmas. Christmas time. Greetings time. Watch it.
Coffee was introduced to Jamaica in 1728. Creighton Estate was established around 1765, and the Blue Mountain Range and the central region of Jamaica, which is the Grand Ridge of Jamaica, were the major coffee producing regions. Currently, we are fully certified under the Rainforest Alliance, and we are the very first entity in the Caribbean region to attain that certification. Now, the Blue Mountain Range of Jamaica is a microclimate of the island and has provided the perfect conditions for growing the Arabica coffee. A typical day in the Blue Mountain, the most sunlight is in the mornings from about 11:32 to 4 p.m. You know, this is the weather that we experience. This is a norm in the Blue Mountain. It's nothing unusual, you know, for the range to be covered with mist. And after sunset, the temperature basically goes below 20 degrees Celsius. So those are the perfect ingredients to develop high quality coffee. You know, the culture here is rich. We're an extremely creative, you know, set of people. In Jamaica, there's everything. If you're a nature lover, we have it. If you like the wetlands, we have it. You know, great coffee, you know, great food. You know, God has been good to us. You know, the God has been good to us. The universe has been good to us, you know, as a country. And this rock, I love it, man. I love it.
After all the holiday festivities, you might want to knock over those hangovers and unwind to some hot coffee. But even better is that coffee accompanied by good food and breathtaking scenery. The Blue Mountain Culinary Trail is one option. Imagine a tour on which you'll eat till you're full, dining against the backdrop of the blue hues of the mountains, sipping authentic Blue Mountain coffee. Sounds appealing? Then you must, if only once, venture on the Jamaica Blue Mountain Culinary Trail. The Ministry of Tourism has embarked on a gastronomic mission to promote Jamaica as a culinary destination. This is the main aim of the Gastronomy Network, one of 5 networks established recently by the ministry. The first product of the Gastronomy Network was the implementation of the Jamaica Blue Mountain Culinary Trail. This is a tour of eateries and attractions nestled within the UNESCO-designated World Heritage Site of Jamaica's Blue Mountains. Whether you take the Eastern or Western Trail, you'll have access to at least 15 participating venues.
Gastronomy, or food tourism, as people commonly refer to it across the world, represents 88% of the reason that people travel. Therefore, will be responsive to the palates of the world. What we have to do is to prepare it a little differently, present it a little more appealing, and to move it from basic street food to the highest level of gourmet.
Wet the palate with hors d'oeuvres, dip into Strawberry Hill Restaurant's coffee ice cream, or drink coffee at a more than a century-old farm.
From Colombia, we also say Colombia's coffee is really good and we're really proud about it. So it was really interesting to hear the Jamaican perspective of their own coffee. The coffee was delicious and it's really amazing to be able to have a cup of coffee, look into the mountains and just like enjoy. So the coffee was definitely the highlight for me today.
Jamaicans talk about how great our coffee is, but I don't think we have any idea why. And that's what I learned today. It was phenomenal.
Vegetarians, meat lovers, those into traditional cuisine, or Jamaican fusion meals, there's a bite for every appetite. The Jamaica Blue Mountain Culinary Trail provides a getaway for nature buffs and foodies, wrapped up in one journey. The tour stops at about 4 restaurants, each boasting a historic or cultural backdrop. After dining, there lies an opportunity to walk off the food with the Akampong Maroon drummers.
Is to preserve the integrity and uniqueness of the region. The beauty, diversity, and sheer magnificence of the region is unparalleled.
The Ministry of Tourism has identified gastronomy tourism as a medium for diversifying destination Jamaica. Through the Tourism Linkages Network, the Gastronomy Network is offering locals and visitors a tasty treat of the Jamaica Blue Mountains. To plan your own food trail inside the mountains, contact the Gastronomy Network. They're located at the Jamaica Tourism Center, 64 Knutsford Boulevard, New Kingston, or call them at 920-4926-30.
As early as the 1800s, Jamaica enjoyed a robust banana industry, and by 1866, the country began its export trade of the fruit. It was one of the top export produce and drivers of foreign exchange for the country. For years, the country and farmers alike enjoyed the success which saw up to 70,000 tons of banana being exported in 1993. But in the midst of this achievement were great challenges. The sector grappled with varying diseases and frequent storms and hurricanes like Gilbert in 1988 and Charlie in 1951. The banana industry also had to face trade liberalization, falling prices, and low competitiveness. This triggered a gradual decrease in export. The final blow to the banana industry and to the livelihoods of many farmers was the passing of Hurricane Dean and Tropical Storm Gustav in 2007 and 2008. During this time, export fell to its lowest level. Some 800 jobs were lost, with the closure of an estate in St. Thomas by a major stakeholder. Eventually in 2008, the export of bananas stopped. With the support of the European Union, a long-standing partner, which provided funding, the government of Jamaica implemented programs to revive the banana sector. Between 2009 and 2011, priority was given to strengthening the technical and administrative support teams of the Banana Board. And it was during this period that the EU Banana Support Program was established. Funding to support the undertakings amounted to over 116 million Jamaican dollars by the government, as well as over 677,000 euros by the EU. This strategic approach to revitalize the banana industry would see production picking up and the resumption of export in 2011.
The EU has been a great partner. In fact, it's our largest partner in the government and certainly in the agriculture sector in terms of grant resources. And those resources have helped to support in a very significant way.
European Union has been supporting the banana sector since 1996, so it's not something new, and that commitment is very strong. We recognize the importance of bananas to Jamaican people and Jamaican culture. Unfortunately, the blow to the exports in 2008 has been quite difficult to recover from. So today we are trying to support the Banana Board and the Growers Association and the small producers in order to improve their competitiveness, but also to assist them with technical expertise, to look at a variety of different types of bananas and plantains.
Over the years, the help is more than 40 billion Jamaican dollars. We have benefited tremendously as recovery from risk management, from hurricanes. They provided tremendous help to recover each time when there's a disaster.
The revitalization of the industry saw the implementation of the Jamaica Banana Accompanying Measures (JBAM) program in 2012. Approximately 1,400 farmers in banana-producing parishes of St. Catherine, St. Thomas, Portland, St. Mary and St. James are targeted under the program. They are introduced to new varieties of the crop, notably the fia, This type gives 30 to 50% more yield and is good for cooking and producing chips. As the focal point with all Jamaica's international development partners, the PIOJ works with the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, to ensure that the funds provided by the EU support the country's long-term development goals.
What that means is that RADA now provides that technical support. It provides administrative support to the program to ensure that the funds received from the EU are actually spent on time, effectively, and actually do what they are actually designated to be doing. And so far, the project has actually achieved a lot on the ground.
Among the outcomes of the Jamaica Banana Accompanying Measures program are improvements to the Banana Board's laboratories. The research and development labs were outfitted with the latest equipment to carry out testing on disease samples and develop pesticides. The Banana Board is now able to produce a variety of plantlets from their new tissue culture biofactory. The projection is for the board to produce 120,000 tissue culture plantlets, that is to be supplied to participating farmers of the JBAM program per year. The calculated intervention by both the government of Jamaica and the European Union also allowed for the continued operations of the banana breeding station at Bodles in Old Harbour in St. Catherine. The Banana Board currently maintains over 150 varieties of disease-resistant banana plants. Also, JBAM supports the Growers Association through the construction of a $30 million processing plant. This will allow players in the industry to move up the value chain and benefit from the production of banana and plantain chips.
And in the future, they can look at other banana products. So we are actually empowering the growers to be involved further along the value chain, which will provide more profit, more income to the Growers Association.
Farmers also benefit from farm supplies at reasonable rates from stores operated by the All-Island Banana Growers Association.
The other thing is the availability. Because of our cash resource, thanks to the EU, we are now in a better position to improve on our inventory. So the availability of input material that is readily available to all farmers. Thirdly, from the assistance given to us, we were able to implement credit programs which our farmers could get assistance to resuscitate their farms and so forth.
The impact of the JBAM program is far-reaching. Not only are the farmers empowered to produce, but they are able to employ workers, thus spreading the financial gains across rural communities. Another advantage to the farmers is that they get the opportunity to acquire the Global Good Agricultural Practices certification. With this international standard, they are able to trade in the export market. The certification exercise is administered under the sub-program of JBAM, called the Banana Export Expansion Program, BEEP. Its main objectives are to increase banana production with international standards, develop the technical and infrastructural support of the industry, and preserve the industry's competitiveness in both the export and domestic markets.
Well, the assistance that I have gotten is tremendous. We have a huge storeroom that we have compartmentalized to facilitate smooth operation and to prevent contamination and to make us more efficient. By ourselves, we would not have been able to.
I've also received over $1.25 million in grant from this program, this BEEP program, and this grant was used as infrastructural development. My farm is now certified as an export farm, so I'm now able to export my own fruit to various overseas countries.
The Banana Board has seen a steady increase in the export of banana and wants to take it further.
Our aim is to increase the overall production by 30%. Last year, we actually did 26%, so we are well on our way.
Export markets currently include the Cayman Islands, Canada, the United States, and the United Kingdom. Looking to the future,
the nature of EU's partnership with Jamaica will mean that we will continue supporting the government and civil society organizations in trying to improve people's lives, and that will be very much also relevant to the agricultural area.
The ministry has been guiding the agricultural sector in terms of growth. We are very proud that the sector has been growing and supporting the Jamaican economy. So our vision is to put the sector in a position through expansion of irrigation, through making available lands with requisite infrastructure, to be able to produce consistently, to tap into a huge tourist market, for export, for import substitution, and in the final analysis that our rural spaces and our rural communities are strong because they depend on agriculture. That's our vision.
Volunteerism is an important part of any country's development, and today we encourage you to give of your time and your resources whenever and however you can. While you're offering a valuable and meaningful service to people in need, the benefit expands far beyond that. Studies have shown that helping others can aid in reducing your stress level, keep you mentally stimulated, and provide that sense of purpose. Added to that, you're making an invaluable contribution to your country. So with all that said, let us all continue the work of making Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
Did you know that in a recent survey done by the OCA in schools across Jamaica, 43% of the students received inappropriate messages from strangers? The OCA wants you to be smart online. Never speak to persons you don't know. Parents, encourage your children to be social but be smart.
This message was brought to you by the Office of the Children's Advocate with support from UNICEF.
And this is where we'll have to leave you for today's show. But do join us again tomorrow for what promises to be another informative edition. If you missed anything at all, you can watch it again on our website or our YouTube page. And don't forget to keep up with us via our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter pages. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry. You take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.